Hi guys, welcome back to Chat and More. And if you're here for the very first time, welcome. This is a impromptu chat, fun chat and more. We can chat about virtually anything you want. Uh, as you may or may not know, I did try some live chats earlier on. One or two were quite cool. The rest, nobody showed up. So I'm giving it one more go. A fun chat and more, and we'll see how we go. If nobody shows up, this video will obviously not be on my channel for long. Fun chat and more. We talk about movies, music, entertainment. I try and stay away from politics as much as I possibly can. Fun chat and more. So, guys, if you're in the live chat and you want to leave a comment, if you want to ask me what my favorite movie is, if you want to tell me what your favorite movie is, feel free to do so in the live chat. Are you looking forward to Halloween Kills? Did you enjoy Halloween 2018? I know that movie seems like 100 years ago now, but what about Friday the 13th? Are you looking forward to a new Jason movie? What about a new Freddy Krueger movie? A new Chucky movie? Are you a fan of the Child's Play series? What about Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Are you a fan of the Leatherface movies? There's a new one coming out, isn't there? Are you looking forward to the new Texas Chainsaw? Do you think it will be better than the last one? I think it will be. Hard to get any worse than the last Texas Chainsaw. Terrible film. Yeah, like I say, guys, we had a couple of core chats. One is on my channel. I left it there. The others I took down because they went down like a lead balloon. Boring. No one joined in. That's why this video is just fun chat and more. Fun chat and more. We don't have to talk about movies. I mean, I would prefer that. I would prefer to talk about entertainment, but it's fun chat and more. And we'll see how we go. I think we have one person watching at the moment, and that is me. We did quickly, very briefly, go to 2. Pardon me. If nobody joins the stream in about 15 minutes time, I'll end the stream. And obviously, if that happens, this video will not be going, well, it will be going up onto my channel, but I'll be taking it down as quick as possible. Yeah, I keep thinking there must be a reason. There must be a reason things are so quiet here tonight and Movie Chat More. I don't know. There must be a reason. Somebody has joined the chat. Whoever you are, if you could, I'd really appreciate it if you just said hi in the live chat. And if you can't, leave a comment on one of my other videos. Cinematic Addict, thank you, man. That was a long 10 minutes. Why you take it down before? I did about, great question, by the way. I did about 3 or 4 live videos and nobody joined. It could have been something my end, Cinematic Addict. If it was, my apologies for that. I did try and try and try and try again, but nobody joined. Why you take it down before? Yeah, I took about 4 down. I even scheduled one, and nobody showed up. So that's why. A long 10 minutes. Longer for me, it was over an hour. But you're here now, and that's what counts. But I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what happened. Cinematic Addict, call me Tyler. I will try to remember. I will try to remember that. I've had a few really, really cool guys and girls like yourself come into the chat and say, oh, by the way, my name is, and I forget. So if I continue to call you Cinematic Addict, don't take it personally. It's just my short-term memory is bad. Cinematic Addict Tyler. See, at the moment, I remember. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I'm good. Well, I appreciate that. Cinematic Addict Tyler. You're good, and I forgot your name, honestly. See, though, it's not just me, then. My name's Richard. My name is Richard. And I tell you what, Tyler, I am very, very, and I mean this, privileged to have you here. I really mean that. I'm not blowing smoke. I am very privileged. I feel that way to have you here in the chat, as I did earlier on. If the other chats, if there were problems, it must be a problem my end. Hopefully that don't happen this Friday night, 10:30 p.m. for the first ever live watch along, which will probably be I Know What You Did Last Summer. But Cinematic Addict Tyler, the vote is still open. It's either going to be I Know What You Did Last Summer, American Pie, or the original 1978 Halloween. And thanks so much for joining the chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad someone is also, do you have Facebook? You should leave your videos up because people can still watch them. I normally do. Tyler. The thing is, nobody came into the chat. I tried about 4, maybe even 5 times since the last time we chatted. No one came in. Otherwise, I would have left them up. I normally do. But nobody came in. Or someone would briefly come in and then leave. But Tyler, the fact that you're here and you're in the live chat means a hell of a lot to me. And I am privileged to have you here. I mean, yeah, as a YouTuber, I feel very humbled. I feel very humbled to have you here. Tyler, I really mean that. I really mean that. There's a lot of videos on my channel you can watch. If you haven't checked them out already, you can. Cinematic Addict says, I don't usually see you posting lately. Hope you do more. I appreciate it, and you're a great guy. Thank you. Thank you so much. With good content. Wow. Wow. Coming from you, Tyler, that means a lot. Coming from virtually anybody, that means a lot. But yeah, we are into the live era now, and maybe chat more. And this coming Friday, as I may have mentioned, at 10:30 UK time, 10:30 p.m. UK time, we will be doing our first ever live watch along video. And at the moment, the poll is up. Tyler, go back and have a look at my video. Not now. Well, whatever you want. Go back and you'll see 20 movies to pick from. Whatever movie you want to watch, vote. The conspiracy trifecta was kind enough to list all 20 movies for me in the comment section, and all you have to do is vote for one. You can vote for 3 movies. You can vote for all 20. But whatever movie comes out on top at the moment is I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the one we're going to be watching Friday night. And coming from you, Tyler, Cinematic Addict, means a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much. Who am I, Elvis? Cinematic Addict says, so what movie are we discussing now? I look forward to it. At the moment, what you mean right now? Right now? No movie in particular. Right now, no movie in particular. It's just shooting the breeze. Okay. Tyler, Cinematic Addict. It's a tongue twister. My channel name, I have trouble saying it myself. Also, you noticed you've noticed then, Tyler, that I tried to hide that. Wait, let me give it another go. Cinematic Addict. Cinematic Addict. That's not bad. I think I've got that now. So great to have you here. There you go. There you go. There it is. Cinematic did it again. Tyler says, have you seen Alone? Whoa, yes, I have. I have seen Alone. Is that, yeah, that's the one with the girl by herself on that island or something. Yeah. Is that the one? Cinematic? It's a movie on Hulu. I haven't seen it on Hulu. Alone. She goes to this island. She's a college girl or something. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is that the one you mean? Cinematic Addict says, "Wow, best movie this year, along with Run." Oh, if that movie was made this year, I haven't seen it. I'm thinking of a different movie called Alone. Along with Run, Alone, she's kidnapped and escaped her killer. I haven't seen that one. It sounds cool though. It sounds cool. She's driving, and this guy keeps stalking her. Ah, that sounds cool. No, I was thinking of a completely different movie called Alone. But I will have to check that one out. It, Tyler, with you here, I feel like was it Wayne's World? I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Thank you for joining the chat, my friend. And hopefully we'll get some more people in. I've got to check that movie out. Sounds good. Sounds good. How many movies are called Alone? Cinematic Addict, Tyler. Really creepy because it's realistic. Love slashes. Okay. Really creepy because it's realistic. Love slashes, but it's the real crimes that take place, which is scary. Oh, it's based on a true crime story. LOL. You made it funny. Ah, I made it funny. It's just that I see you've been in McRae's room, haven't you? If I can attract someone who's been in Dave's room, and I have, and you join the list, I'm not worthy. Thank you for being here. Cinematic Addict, Tyler. What happened to the other guy on your on your chat? And there's also a show called Alone. Alone. The show called Alone, was that the MTV one? If it is, I think I know the one you mean, and I loved it. If not, what happened to the other guy? That's my nephew from that's my nephew from Daddy TV. And I'm hoping he's going to be here on Friday night when we all watch the movie together. And at the moment, I sound like a scratch record, but I think it's going to be I Know What You Did Last Summer. Cinematic, if you can be here for that, I really appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, that's my nephew. When we did one video together, we had just come back from Halloween 2018, long before the apocalypse. Tyler, Cinematic Addict, Tyler. I mean, in general, realistic. Oh, okay. I mean, in general, realistic crime movies are scary. And I've been following you before, Dave. You followed me before McRae? Oh my God. Really? Wow, Tyler, that is so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and what you say about, I mean, in general, realistic crime movies. My favorite one is probably Ted Bundy. And there's been a few Ted Bundy movies. My favorite is the 2002 Ted Bundy movie. It's not exactly accurate, but there's been so many movies made about Ted Bundy. I do want to see, is it Robert Harmon? I think Robert Harmon did a movie portraying Ted Bundy. I would love to see that movie. Cinema Addict, Tyler. Yeah, probably just before Dave. What caught my attention was how down to earth and genuine you are. So cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dharma. Dharma scares me. My friend Dharma was good on Monster. Yeah, Monster was about Dharma, was it not? I'm not sure if I've seen a movie about Dharma. I've seen plenty of like true crime documentaries about Jeffrey Dahmer, but I don't think I've seen a movie about Jeffrey Dahmer. Cinematic Addict, I haven't seen that one. Ted Bundy, yeah, 2002. It's not great, but it's my favorite one at the moment. I want to see, I think it's Robert Harmon who made one. I want to see that one. Cinematic Addict says it was Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Wuornos? Let me keep reading. A new show on Netflix is I don't know that name, by the way. My apologies for that. A new show on Netflix is a Night Stalker. Oh, okay. Haven't seen it yet, but getting a lot of buzz. If that's about the Night Stalker, I've seen a documentary about that crazy son of a bitch. Yeah, I've seen a. Yep. If it's if it's based on the Night Stalker, yeah, I've seen documentaries. He was another one who was he got marriage proposals, uh, thousands of letters from admirers. I think the Night Stalker actually did get married in prison. If it's the same one we're talking about. If it's the same one we're talking about, the Night Stalker, I think, got married in prison. I do watch quite a bit of true crime. My favorite to watch is probably Ted Bundy. Probably, yeah. So Tyler, Cinematic Addict, how are you doing since the apocalypse? Uh, Tyler, pardon me. Mindhunter and The Sinner Us good also. Extremely wicked and incredibly vile is good. You know what? I'm not sure about Mindhunter. I haven't seen it. Extremely wicked and incredibly vile. I, I wanted to like that movie. I really did. Who's the guy who played Bundy in that? It's the Baywatch bloke, yeah? It's the Baywatch guy. Bloke. I'm very English. The Conspiracy Trifecta has joined the room. Hey, Richard. Hey, Conspiracy. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to the chat. Zac Efron. He played, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Zac Efron played a very good Bundy. I would like to see Zac Efron in a movie playing Bundy that was not told from the standpoint of Bundy's girlfriend. But I would have loved to have seen Zac Efron play Bundy in a Bundy movie, because the one you're talking about, I have seen it. Yeah, extremely wicked, incredibly violent. Yep, I've seen it. I wasn't overly keen. I think Zac Efron was wasted in that role, because I think Zac Efron could have played a Bundy in a Bundy movie, if you know what I mean. Okay, what do we have? Cinematic addict Zac Efron as Bundy on Netflix. Yeah, it was on Sky TV, Sky Movies here, and I got to see it. I liked it, but I wasn't overly keen. I think Zac Efron did a good job. Uh, what do we have? Cinematic addict. Yeah, same here. I would like to see more from his point of view. Yeah, I mean, Zac Efron, I know Bundy was a good looking guy, yeah? But Zac Efron not taking anything away from his portrayal as Ted Bundy. Zac Efron is like Hollywood good looking. And I don't think Bundy, the real Ted Bundy, was ever that good looking. Cinematic addict Tyler, yeah? I still remember at the moment. I will forget. My apologies for that. Cinematic addict. But still was good. Felt more like a drama. It was. I think most people wanted more out of it. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Cinematic. I wanted more out of it. I think Zac Efron was wasted in that role. And despite, like I say, the differences in appearance between the real Ted Bundy and Zac Efron, I would still love to have seen Zac play Bundy in a movie where we see more of Bundy being Bundy. Yeah, I wanted more out of that movie. A lot more out of that movie. Conspiracy Trifecta. Are you still here? Wait a minute, guys. We got a power outage. I'm gonna plug this in. Don't worry, we're all still here. And there we go. There we go. We are back. We never went away. Cinematic addict, where he go? Conspiracy Trifecta. Are you still here? I think, yeah. I I think Conspiracy is still here. I mean, both of you, both of you guys. As far as I remember, Tyler, what you said about being a fan of me before Dave. Wow. I mean, wow. But I do remember seeing your name in McCrae chats. If you were a fan of me before Dave, that's awesome. But because I've seen your name, Tyler, in a McCrae chat, the guy's got like, what, 22,000 subscribers now. For you to be here means so much. Where he go? Yeah. Conspiracy Trifecta. I'm not sure. I think Conspiracy is still here. Conspiracy, if it's still here, leave a note in the live chat if you can, if you want to. Cinematic Addict. I join in on his live vids, yeah. But he's so busy he can't really see me. Yeah, I know. It's got to the point where if you don't leave a super chat, 9 times out of 10, you will be ignored. That's not me dissing Dave. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, it's become more of a pay-per-view channel. I miss McRae's stand-alone videos. Cinematic Addict, are you and Dave still pals? Pals? Were we ever pals? I've got nothing against Dave McRae. I'm not a massive fan of Tony Michael. But Tony Michael is okay. I just think Dave could have picked a better co-host for Two Dudes. That's the way I look at that. I think Dave could have picked a better co-host for Two Dudes. We've never been pals. Me and Dave McRae, no, no, we Cinematic Addict. No, we've never been friends like that. Cinematic Addict says, thank you for the comment, by the way. I prefer Dave. Tony, he seems alright, but he doesn't really say much. But the thing about Tony Michael is, and I've got nothing, I mean, me and Tony have had our differences in the past. Tony Michael, to me, just my opinion, because he lives so close to the filming locations of Friday the 13th Part 6, he seems sometimes, only sometimes, Tony Michael seems to think he has an authority over that franchise. He seems to think he knows more about the Friday the 13th Friday the 13th franchise more than even more than Dave, but he doesn't. But Tony Michael's Tony Michael's okay. He's got a chip on his shoulder, but he's okay. Cinematic Addict, but Dave kind of hogs the show, which I don't mind. I don't mind that either. I don't mind that either. I prefer it that way. Dave knows what he's talking about, and yeah, Dave could have picked a much better co-host for that show. I enjoy Two Dudes, but he could have picked someone better. Yeah, in my humble opinion. Tyler, yeah, I still remember at the moment. Cinematic Addict, Tyler. No one knows everything, so whoever is right or wrong, it's not that big a deal. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Cinematic Addict says a lot of people in the chat help them a lot on what they aren't sure about. They do. They 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 really do. I tried to do that. If you go back and watch Two Dudes and Some Bullshit with Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning, I was not, I don't think, being out of line. But Tony Michael took it the wrong way, and I just tried to explain things from my side, and Tony Michael carried on putting me in timeout. But to Tony's credit, when it came to the end of that stream, he did answer a couple of my non-super chat questions and queries, and so did Dave. So yeah, but yeah, when it comes to Tony Michael and his knowledge of Friday the 13th and the franchise, this sounds maybe a little bit big-headed, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I really believe. I think I've forgotten more about the Friday the 13th franchise than Tony Michael will ever know. And if that sounds like a swelled head, then I'm sorry, but I'm not saying Tony doesn't know his shit, because he does. But living a few miles down the road from where they shot Friday the 13th Part 6 does not make the guy an authority on the entire franchise. It just doesn't. Cinematic Addict, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. I haven't been able to chat in Dave's on Dave's channel as movie chat and more since then. I have been in contact with McCrae. McCrae was good enough to get back in touch and said, "You're fine, no ban." But when I tried to comment, I even tried to give a super chat when him and Bruce Dow were talking about still trying to raise money for It's Me Billy. I tried to give £5 and it would not let me do that. So even though McCrae said I was not banned, I could not even leave a super chat. Go figure. Cinematic Addict. So what's your thoughts on H2O? It's one of my fave Halloween sequels. That's a great question. That's a great question, Tyler. Cinematic Addict. I really like H2O. I get pissed off with the same joke over and over and over and over again. Michael Myers walked onto the set of Dawson's Creek. No, he didn't. No, he did not. Just because Kevin Williamson had something to do, what was he, a co-writer or something, co-producer of Halloween H2O does not mean. And we had like Michelle Williams in H2O from Dawson's Creek fame. Does not mean Michael Myers walked onto the set of Dawson's Creek. The movie was set on Halloween time, on Halloween night, but it was in California. So we're not going to see, the dead leaves on the street and all. It was a summer blockbuster set on Halloween night and around Halloween time. I love Halloween H2O. I love that question. Not many people ask me that. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it was the first movie I saw at the cinema. The first Michael Myers movie I ever saw at the cinema. The first movie I ever saw at the cinema was Jurassic Park when I was 13. I love Halloween H2O. My favorite scene from H2O, for me, it's quite easy. My favorite scene from Halloween 7, Halloween H2O, is a scene that a lot of YouTubers say, let's get rid of it. It was unnecessary. It wasn't needed. It's with the mother and her little daughter. And I love the realism in that scene when they're both in the separate stalls in the lavatory, the toilet, whatever. And as soon as her mom, as the mom in that scene hears her daughter cry out and scream, she's seen Michael Myers. She may not know, probably doesn't know who Michael Myers even is, but she sees him through the crack of the door, and she's obviously, I'll be the same way. I'll be like, fuck that, I'm not going out there. But as soon as she hears her little girl scream, she is out the door, straight to her kid, who is like, spiders. I love that scene. Probably my favorite scene in the entire movie. But yeah, Halloween H2O, not just because it was my first Michael Myers experience at the cinema, not just because of that. I love Halloween H2O. I think it's better than Halloween 2018. Yeah, it's one of my fave Halloween sequels. I love it. I love it. Cinematic Addict says, I know it's the same excuse. Any late 90s movie, yep, yep. Any late 90s movie will have that time period feel just as any 80s film. I could not agree with you more. Cinematic Addict, I could not agree with you more. And because Kevin Williamson had a part in the screenplay of Halloween H2O, it gets that crap all the time, and it's not even funny. Michael Myers walked onto the set of Dawson's Creek. Oh yeah, give me something new. Cinematic Addict says they never mention the pros I get. Let me start that again. My apologies. They never mention the pros I get. I hate the changing of the masks. Yeah. And CGI, but it's not a mood killer. Not for me either. In H4, Michael has a yeah, yep. In H4, in Halloween 4, Michael has a pink mask with blonde hair that never bothers anybody. It does bother somebody, but I'm not one of them. Yeah. It was incompetence for them to make that mistake in Halloween 4. But I love Halloween 4, so I can let that go. Yeah. Cinematic Addict says, I love that rest stop scene. Yeah. It was intense. I love the entire movie. Jamie Lee's return as a badass and strong. Wish Joseph Gordon, yeah, Levitt had a bigger role, though, yeah. The beheading of Michael was perfect. Yeah, the finale, yeah. That's where they should have left that. Resurrection. Resurrection. If I'm really, really bored on a Sunday afternoon, I can throw on Resurrection. But now, H2O, yeah, the beheading of Michael, that's it. And that was supposed to be it. It was not supposed to be the ambulance guy. It wasn't supposed to be the paramedic. When Jamie Lee Curtis did that, as you probably already know, Tyler, as you probably already know, that was the end. But because Jamie Lee Curtis has signed on to do at least one sequel, she had to come back for Resurrection. Sadly enough. Cinematic Addict says, at least it's not Michael in yeah, at least it's not Michael in space. That's when you know you fucked up. That's when you know. That's when he knew he fucked up. Yeah, Jason X, yeah. I will say one thing about Jason X and the one before it in 1993. Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. I prefer Jason X. I don't like either of those two movies, but if I had to watch one again, like right now, it would be like if I was to put a poll on which movie do we watch, Jason X, The Final Friday, it would be Jason X. Cinematic Addict, hi, Cinematic, whoops. Whoops. No problem. Cinematic Addict says at least Jason X has Jason and good kills. Very good kills. Cinematic Addict, one of my favorite kills out of the entire franchise is in Jason X. And you probably know which one I'm going to say before I even say it. And that's the frozen head, and then smashes the frozen head over the counter or whatever it is. That's one of my favorite kills in the entire franchise. Cinematic Addict didn't mean to say hi. I thought, yep, that's no problem. You could be in another chat or something, saying hi to somebody, texting, emailing. No problem, my friend. No problem at all. Cinematic Addict says it was so unique and also loved the Screwed scene. Why, Jason X? The Screwed scene. Remind me, Cinematic Addict, the Screwed scene? Is that like, you pass? The death. You're going to have to embellish a little bit on that one, Cinematic. Unless you're on about the guy, you pass. Cinematic Addict, when Jason knocks the guy off onto the spike. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. When Jason knocks the guy off onto the spike. Yeah. There are some great kill scenes in that movie. There really are. It's a better movie than Jason Goes to Hell. Well, in all fairness, it would be very difficult to get worse than Jason Goes to Hell. Cinematic Addict says my fave is Part 2 and Jason Lives. I love both of those movies. Out of Part 2 and Jason Lives, what's yours? My favorite is Part 4, the final chapter. I can't even say it without laughing. Yeah, my favorite is Part 4, the final chapter. And my favorite Jason ever is Ted White, who played Jason in that movie. But I Part 2, I love. I prefer, Jason Lives, Part 6. Yep, that's when he became full on zombie, full on supernatural. Yeah. Love Jason Lives. And I think the soundtrack to Jason Lives helps a lot because Alice Cooper did quite a few songs. What's it? For at least 3 songs? Pardon me. At least 3 songs to Jason Lives. But my personal favorite cinematic addict is Part 4, the final chapter. Cinematic. That's a good one too. But wish they done more with it. It's kind of redundant at that point. I like Richard Brooker from Free. I do. And Derek Mears from the remake. Derek Mears from the remake did what he had to do. Derek Mears did what he was told. He was directed very well. Derek Mears reminds me on a personal level too much of Leatherface. But that's not Derek's fault. He did what he was told to do. He was directed very well. And but Richard Brooker from Richard Brooker from Part 3, he's up there with my favorite. My favorite Jason is Ted White from Part 4. My second favorite is probably C.J. Graham from Part 6. And then probably after that, Richard Brooker. Kane Hodder, different story. I can't put Kane Hodder is like Jason, the Jason, because he played Jason in more Friday the 13th movies than anybody else. But he was in the shittier Jason movies. So yeah. Yeah, cinematic. They could have done more with it. You mean like the final chapter? Cinema Addict says he was great in Swamp Thing. Was it his size? What, Kane Hodder? Kane Hodder was in Swamp Thing? He was the Swamp Thing? Or was that Ted White? Wait, let's see. Kane is good, yeah. But he was in all the worst of the franchise. Yeah, he was. Sadly enough. I mean, I don't mind Friday 7, The New Blood. I don't mind Jason Takes Manhattan, but you know, when you compare those movies to, excuse me a sec, some twat has just decided to troll the room, and he or she or they are gone for now. For now. Yeah, Kane is good, but he was in all the worst of the franchise. Yeah. Derek Mears. He did what he was told. Derek did what he was told, and he did it very well. He just reminded me too much of Leatherface. But that's the way he was directed, and that's the way he portrayed Jason. We got to remember that movie was a Michael Bay production, was it not? Great questions, Cinematic Addict. Great questions, great comments. And again, Tyler, I'm very humbled to have you here. It's a shame we lost. I think we've lost Conspiracy Trifecta. But like I said at the beginning of this stream, no one can be anywhere or everywhere at the same time. We all got shit to do, you know? Cinematic Addict says, I wish they continued with more Texas movies after the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. Big fan of the remake, are you? Is that Jessica Biel? 2003? If that's the one you mean, yeah. If that's the one you mean with Jessica Biel, I love that movie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the beginning. The beginning. So for me, to be totally honest with that, I'm glad they strayed away and carried on with something else. But the thing is, they carried on with Texas Chainsaw, which was in 3D and it was shit. I've got it on Blu-ray. I don't know why I don't know why I bought that movie on Blu-ray. I don't think I'd seen it. I saw it was on like Amazon one day, and it was on sale for like $6.99, and I bought it. But they make you in that movie sympathize. They make you want to feel sorry for Leatherface, and I'm like, no, this is not the way to go. Yeah, the remake, the original remake with Jessica Biel, I'm a big fan of. I really enjoy that movie. Cinematic Addict, it was still miles better than the other sequels. The 3D, I didn't hate it as much as the older sequels. Like the first sequel, I hated it. Yeah. Not a fan of comedy and horror. Yeah, that's was that Matthew McConaughey? I think Matthew McConaughey was in the original sequel. Yeah, I did not enjoy that movie at all. If I had to if I had to pick between the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, which I think was Matthew McConaughey, and A New Beginning, or The Beginning. I keep thinking of Friday the 13th. I would pick The Beginning. Yeah, because I don't think comedy has a place in that franchise. Cinematic Addict says that was for Next Generation. It was bad. Which one, Cinematic? Matthew McConaughey? Was Matthew McConaughey in part 4? I could be getting confused. I think Dennis Hopper. Oh, right. Okay, yes. Thank you for putting me right on that one. I appreciate that. Which one was Dennis Hopper in? I know Dennis Hopper was in one of them. Was that part 4 as well? Or was Dennis Hopper in? Okay. Cinema Addict. Dennis Hopper part 2. Hated that one. Yeah. Love, yep. Cinema Addict. Love Dennis Hopper though. Rest in peace. Yeah, good actor. Very, very good actor. When I think of Dennis Hopper, I think of Speed, and he was a brilliant bad guy in Speed. Very exciting, Jack. Yeah, rest in peace, indeed. I think Dennis Hopper was in a Jodie Foster film as well called Catch Fire. I think it was called Catch Fire. And Dennis Hopper directed the movie. But for some reason or another, he did not want to be credited as the director of Catch Fire with Jodie Foster. I don't think he was pleased with the overall outcome of the movie. So even though his name is in the credits, because Dennis Hopper is in Catch Fire, when it comes up, the credits directed by, or even if you look at the back of the case of Catch Fire, directed by, you won't see Dennis Hopper, even though Dennis Hopper did direct that movie. Yeah, Dennis Hopper did direct Catch Fire with Jodie Foster. I didn't mind that film. I haven't seen Catch Fire in a long time. Yeah, Cinematic Addict. Haven't seen it. Well, check it out. Yeah, Dennis Hopper is in the movie. He directed the movie, but he did not want to be credited for some reason as the director of the movie. These Hollywood guys could be really temperamental. Cinematic Addict. One of my faves is Silence of the Lambs. Yeah. Love the movie. Love it. Not the kind of movie you can just like throw on, you know? It's a movie you really got, for me anyway, it's Silence of the Lambs is a movie you really got to be in the mood for. It's so intense. It's not like, you know, Friday the 13th, part 8. Yeah, oh, I feel like watching a horror movie. I feel like watching a scary, I feel like watching a slasher. Oh, let's stick on Friday the 13th, part 8. Silence of the Lambs is not like that. It's kind of like The Exorcist, The Shining. You got to be in the mood to watch and appreciate those movies. Cinematic Addict says, "Did you like Manhunter? A friend of mine worked on the set. That's cool, cool. As well as King Kong. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Manhunter. I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. He worked on the a friend of mine worked on the set as well as King Kong. Well, cool stuff. Cinematic. Cinematic Addict says Jack Nicholson deserved another Oscar for Shining. Yes. Yes. What else can I possibly say for The Shining? Yes. Pardon me. Yeah, he was scary as hell. Yep. The Shining, not just one of the greatest horror, psychological horror movies of all time, but one of the best movies of all time. Cinematic Addict says he pulls off crazy the best. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that movie. Just thinking about Jack's portrayal in that movie as Jack, I think, yeah. Goosebumps. 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 Literally. Love The Shining. Love The Shining. Spooky, scary, intense. Bit of a mind fuck. Love The Shining. And it is my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. Yeah. Cinematic Addict says As Good as It Gets is great too, and Cuckoo's Nest. Out of those two movies, I would probably. I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I prefer. I was gonna say As Good as It Gets with Helen Hunt, yeah. With yeah, I would have to watch. Yeah, I would have to watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest again, and then match it. Come up with my favorite out of the two. I'm not. I know As Good as It Gets went down very well, but I would have to watch them both again. At the moment, I would say As Good as It Gets, but if I was to watch as One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I would probably say this. Yeah. From what I can remember, from what I can remember, it's probably the better film. But they're two very, very, very different movies. Cinematic Addict says both are amazing. Let's just say it's a tie. Yeah, I'll say that. I would have to watch both of them, to be honest, again. I remember As Good as It Gets more than I do One Flew Over. But yeah, I go along with that. I go along with that. Yeah, let's say it's a tie. I absolutely adore Jack Nicholson as the Joker. He's my favorite Joker. I, I know, these days it's blasphemous to say that because of like Heath Ledger, but no, my favorite Joker will always be Jack Nicholson. Always. Yeah, they're two very different kind of Jokers. I get that, but my favorite Joker will always be Jack. Uh, Cinematic Addict. Are you going to be here Friday, 10:30 p.m. UK time? Are you going to watch the movie along with us? If you got shit going on and you're doing something else, can't be helped, and you do still have time to vote, Cinematic Addict says he is still amazing. I love him as the comic accurate Joker. Yep, that's true. He's laugh chilling, and I should be here. Well, hopefully you are. But if don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, buddy. If you got something else to do, you got something else to do. But yeah, Jack Nicholson as the Joker will always be my favorite. No one, in my opinion, is going to be a better Joker than Jack. Cinematic Addict says, still love Heath, though. Yeah. Never doubted him for a second. Been a big fan of him. I love the Australian film Candy and Patriot. Candy and Patriot. I don't know. Candy and Patriot, is that one movie, or is it Candy and Patriot? Two different movies. I've never heard of it. I never heard of them. I do love 10 Things I Hate About You. Ledger's in them. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got that. I just I haven't seen them, but I'm a massive fan of 10 Things I Hate About You. Cinematic Addict says 2 movies and Jack is great as well. As Keaton, he's my Batman. Michael Keaton will always be my Batman too. Always. 10 Things is great too. Yeah, I love the movie. I love 10 Things I Hate About You. Michael Keaton though, yep. Always, yep. Forever and always, Michael Keaton will be my Batman. Even more so than Jack as my Joker. Probably. And then we have Val Kilmer, who basically tried to do what Keaton did, and he didn't do a bad job. But we could see he was just ripping off Keaton. Cinematic Addict says, love the costume and long ears and Tim Burton style Pfeiffer. All right, yeah. Tim Burton style Pfeiffer is the best Catwoman. Couldn't agree more. Michelle Pfeiffer will always be my Catwoman too. Definitely. Yeah. Without a doubt. Michelle Pfeiffer as the Catwoman? As Catwoman, yeah. She will always be my favorite Catwoman. Cinematic Addict. Remember on my video 20 movies to pick from. Conspiracy Trifecta was so kind and so cool and listed all 20 movies. So if you want to pick one, vote on that channel. Unless you already have, and then I count the votes up tomorrow, and then Friday it will be a scheduled video, and we'll all watch whatever one together. Cinematic Addict says, I'm gonna go look at it now. I'll be back if you're still on. At the moment, it's just gone. It's 4:03 a.m. Here in the UK. I'm gonna skedaddle. Thank you for being here, Cinematic Addict. 81 Conspiracy Trifecta, thank you for being here. Anybody else who was here, apart from the trolls, that's going to happen. And the other streams I did earlier on. I really appreciate you guys being here. Cinematic. Oh, okay. Cinematic Addict. What's the video called? It's called 20 Movies to Pick From. And if it's not called that, it's called 20 Films to Pick From. You'll see it. You'll see it, Cinematic, and then you can vote for a movie. And I will count up the votes tomorrow, and I will schedule the video tomorrow for Friday night, UK time 10:30. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day right there. Thank you so much. Like I said, for anyone who's joined this chat, Cinematic, you're a legend. Thank you so much. And thank you. In case you guys are watching, who were in the live streams I did earlier on, I tip my hat to you. Thank you. Yeah, nice talking with you too, Tyler. Cinematic Addict. Try and do your best to join the chat when we watch the movie together on Friday night. Take care, my friend. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and I will see you all again very soon. Cheers. Bye.